When Batman debuted in his first comic in 1939, it didn't take very long before he was an instant hit. Within 4 years, he had his own TV show. Since then, Batman has hit the big screen over and over. But with so many iterations over the years, you're bound to have some bad apples. This is a list of the top 5 worst Batman villain performances ever, with a couple honorable mentions. Number 5, Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face in Batman Forever. In the comics, Two-Face is a very serious, relatively uncharismatic character. But for some reason in this film, Tommy Lee Jones looks like a 12-year-old who just tried his very first energy drink.
No more riddles, no more curtains 1 and 2, just plain curtains.
It may have something to do with the fact that he was acting alongside Jim Carrey. Reports later revealed that the two actors had serious issues getting along with each other and would frequently get in arguments.
And he went like to hug me and he said, "I hate you."
Maybe Tommy was trying to outdo Jim Carrey and that's why he ramped up his energy levels. I don't know. But in the end, it was entertaining, but for the wrong reasons. Number 4, Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze in Batman and Robin. Most people would agree with me that this is a pretty awful movie.
Belt 6 million.
7 million. Never leave the cave without it.
Mr. Freeze's terrible puns don't make it any better.
You are not sending me to the cooler. What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age! Can you feel it coming? The icy cold of space. After you're frozen, your icy tomb will plummet back to Gotham. Freeze well. Stay cool, bird boy.
Showing very little amounts of emotion, Arnold Schwarzenegger's character can't decide if he wants to be funny or menacing. He can hardly step into a room without saying something so corny you want to cover your ears. Maybe you can't blame this performance on the actor himself. It's probably the script writer's fault. But either way, he deserves at least number 4 on this list. Number 3, Steppenwolf, Justice League. Although not a strict Batman villain, he is a villain of the Justice League, so I consider that close enough. In this movie, Steppenwolf is supposed to be the menacing destroyer of worlds, a being who once was defeated on Earth and is now back for revenge. But his terrible, unfinished CGI of a face...
At last, you call me home.
You will not like your welcome.
Oh, I think I will.
It's painful to look at. On top of that, he's just straight up bland. He doesn't resonate with the audience. He just seems like a regular villain set out to do classic bad guy things. He doesn't even have a motive for taking over the world. His dialogue is predictable and boring too. Number 2, Jared Leto as the Joker in Suicide Squad. This one may stir up a bit of controversy because some people did like them. I don't know how. When cast as a Joker for the Suicide Squad, Leto announced that he would be method acting, a form of acting where you don't break character even when the cameras are off or even at home. His goal was to become so enveloped in the character that he seemed like the real Joker. A lot of people thought he was going to surpass Heath Ledger's great performance. But what the audience got instead was straight up weird. And here's what I mean. Ace Ventura impressions.
To this handsome hunka.
Purring like a cat. And super weird editing made the Joker the real victim of the movie. Plus, he was only in it for about 13 minutes. His storyline didn't make any sense. In the end, it kind of felt like he didn't really have a purpose in the film other than to creep people out. Jared Leto's acting was one of the weirdest things I have ever seen. Okay, we've made it all the way through number 2. Before I get to number 1, I want to go over a couple of honorable mentions that didn't make this list, but are still pretty bad. the pirate guy from the 1966 Batman.
Ahoy, Catwoman!
Imbecile, how many times have I told you never use my real name in public?
Killer Croc, Suicide Squad.
I'm going with you.
We got this.
I'm not asking, bruh.
Okay, everybody, here we go. Number 1, Bane, Batman and Robin. A lot of people forgot about this version of Bane, and it's easy to see why. In the comics, Bane is actually one of Batman's most intelligent villains. In this movie, he is nothing but a super dumb troll. His muscles look fake, does nothing but grunt the whole time.
Just the beast.
And lacks a brain. It's easy to see why Christopher Nolan wants to go completely in a different direction when he cast Tom Hardy in 2012 for The Dark Knight Rises. Bane in Batman and Robin was not only a super big disappointment to hardcore comic book fans, but also to the regular viewer. Thanks everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed the list. Please understand that this is my opinion and you may have a different one. If you do have a different opinion, please let me know in the comments. I would really like to hear. Hope you guys have enjoyed it, and as always, peace.